All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus, and we're going to maybe Fantasyland, maybe a little bit realistic sprinkled in. We're going to talk about a potential trade the Vikings can make, a blockbuster trade. This episode brought to you by minigrown.com. Use that promo code SKOL for a buy one, get one on checkout at minigrown.com. Fantastic, delicious gummies, wonderful cocktails as well.
Yes, they'll relax you. I'm going to need a couple of these after being out in the woods all day, cutting down trees and hauling. I'm very sore. These will be perfect.
They will do the trick, no doubt, and they taste delicious. So hit them up, minigrown.com. So the big man down in the corner. Let's talk Big Jeff. Big Jeffrey Simmons, as they call him.
He is. He's 6'4", 305 pounds. He is 27 years old, and he's a guy on the D-line. What's his MO? Getting after the quarterback, 27 and a half career sacks. He has 40 career tackles for a loss. The dude is a penetrator. Put him on this line. Whether it's inside or outside, he's versatile. He can make an impact.
Well, yeah. And I mean, let's take a step back. I think we both realize that this is, it's anything's possible. Kwesi has made a trade the last 2 years at the deadline. Hawkinson, a big boy, and made some other trades last year as well. So him making a trade isn't crazy. The big thing here is, do the Titans want to let a guy like him go in his prime that they just signed to that big extension like a year ago? Like he is, the Titans might suck, but like he's their best player.
He's their best player, but the Titans feel like right now, to me, a team without any direction. They're not very good this year. They're going to probably have to go, get a quarterback early, start all over again. And why not unload? Yeah, he's their best player, but he's also the guy who's going to give them the most assets for a potential rebuild. So for me, for the Titans, it makes sense shopping their best player.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're listening to anything and everything. Their asking price should be high, which we're going to talk about here shortly. But like you said, Jeffrey Simmons, I mean, his stats speak for himself. He's one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL. Not only can he get after the quarterback, but he can stuff the run as well. And he makes Harold Landry. That's why Harold Landry puts up the numbers he does. Like, he is wreaking so much havoc on the line. Everybody's concentrating on him. Imagine him on this defensive line with the edge rushers we have. It would be insane.
It would make a great defense even better. Yeah, whether he's inside, outside, Bullard on one side, him on one side, Harrison Phillips in the middle, and those edge rushers and those linebackers behind him, Cashman and Pace. It's nuts. It's absolutely crazy. Makes the whole back end job much easier when you have a penetrator up front, a guy in the D-line who can make plays, can pressure quarterbacks on his own. It's going to have a trickle-down effect on this defense. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, and he ain't trickling. He is unleashing. There is no tricklage there. The man is a monster. He is a beast. Yes. And, you can say, the Vikings are 5-0. Don't mess with a good thing. Adding Jeffrey Simmons to any defensive line in the NFL is going to only make you better. So there's no really argument there. And when it comes to draft compensation, I mean, you can look at what it would potentially take. Mm-hmm. I mean, you look at it, our first next year, which as of now looks like it's going to be anywhere from like 25 to 32. Boom. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then like some change, and just randomly a 2026 5th-round pick. Maybe it's a 2026 all the way up to a 3rd-round pick. Like, let's just talk compensation. Is there any compensation you wouldn't want to give?
No, because, you mentioned it, picking between 25 and 32, you're not going to get a player the caliber of Jeffrey Simmons at that spot. Yeah, is it going to make draft day, a little less beautiful? Hell yeah. Does it make the entire spring less beautiful, or does it give us anything to talk about? We don't have a 1st-round pick. We'll find something to talk about. It won't be as exciting, but it'll be worth it because you're 5-0 right now. You're clicking on all cylinders. You have a chance to go all in, make a serious push for the Super Bowl. You have to do it. Like, we love the draft, right? But it's time to win a Super Bowl. We're both getting older. We need to see it.
If we won a Super Bowl, we could take our next 15 drafts and flush them down the crapper. Would not give two craps about it. And so going back to the trade itself, like, Simmons is locked up. When you look at his contract, he's locked up through 2027. And yeah, he comes with a big number, but it's not insane. And the Vikings do have cap space. So that's a big thing. Like, whether the Titans are going to trade him or not, they got to find a team that has the space. We have the space. And this is a total Kwesi trade, because it's not just a 1-year rental. And it's like, all right, that didn't work. He's like part of the future. Just like when we traded for TJ Hawkinson, he was part of the future. They knew he was going to be here, and he would be part of that future. We're going to have questions on this defensive line. Tillery's here on a 1-year deal. Bullard's going to be a free agent. Phillips is here, and Simmons would be a beautiful little combo to go with these other guys that we have. So this isn't just a quick and dirty rip off the Band-Aid and hope it works, because he's here for a while.
And maybe you can, throw in a player that you're not really happy with. Caleb Evans.
You're not going to get rid of a Caleb Evans. It makes the trade worse. All right, don't quit trying to throw those guys into these trades. But like 5-0, whatever. Like we're all in. We're 5-0. We're as of now one of the best teams in the NFL. Adding additional pieces like this, just giving up draft capital, which we don't really have anything anyways next year. So who cares? Next year's a lost cause. Go get Jeffrey Simmons. I'm all for it.
Let's do it. Bring him in. God, it would be beautiful. Just
Jeffrey Simmons, Harrison Phillips. So Simmons would be on the outside. Phillips would be in the middle. And then you put Jerry Tillery and Jonathan Bullard mixing in with those edge rushers. God, can you imagine Flores? What do you do with these guys?
I can. And it's making me very excited. Very excited.
Let us know in the comments. Do you want the Vikings to go for some Jeffrey Simmons? Would you? And how good would this team be? And yes, minigrown.com. Use the promo code SKULL. Delicious cocktails, wonderful gummies. Make your day even better.
And remember this, tequila can be turned into diamonds.